Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
What's up, everybody?
Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday evening to everybody.
Happy Monday evening to you too, honey.
Yes. We are so excited for tonight, y'all. This is going to be a fantastic show.
Right.
If you are here, let us know you're here. Drop it in the comments. Let's see who showed up for who's our guest tonight.
Mr. The Captain, Nic Long.
The captain is coming, y'all. The captain is coming. So excited.
Right.
It's going to be a good one for sure.
Glorious day.
A glorious day. You know, we're coming up on the recap from Dirty Fest.
Right.
I mean, which we only got to watch the few videos and stuff and the lives, and I know they struggled with some.
Yeah, their internet was horrible.
Internet. Look, Amanda's on. Hey, girl. Hey.
What's up, Amanda?
So excited. They did a lot of some super cool side hack racing out there.
Yeah. Little midget, come on, and they took the Torque Boys out.
They did.
That was awesome.
And I know that your chat has been going absolutely insane.
Yes.
So, oh, hey, look, we got Mad Maddie in the comments tonight, y'all. She is back. She is back. We have missed her, helping us keep up with all of you crazy people commenting the way you do. You want to give a shout out to our sponsors before we go too far? Yeah. So,
Free Up Storage.
Oh, hey,
Tell us
Free
about
Up
Free Up
Storage. You can get 15% off of any storage unit, parking, climate control, all of the stuff.
RV boat parking.
You're going to use promo code BMX15 to get that 15% off.
Come on.
Yep.
We also got Carbone Cartel.
Carbone Cartel.
Who is actually our swag sponsor for the night.
They are our swag sponsor for tonight. You can also get 15% off of anything from them. Visit their website, use promo code ROGUE15.
Yeah.
So that's super exciting.
We've got 8 degree pedals.
8 degree pedal, the only floating pedal out there, right?
Flat floating pedal.
Flat floating pedal. Sorry, I need to clarify.
Right.
And our good friends, they've been there with us from the very beginning. Ken is amazing, super excited.
Yep.
Yeah, so you can get, is it 10%, I believe? 10% off with that's a new
Rogue 10.
Rogue 10. Boom. See, that's why I keep him around.
That's the only reason.
You know what?
So Amy Grips.
Amy Grips, yep, they are also our sponsor.
And Mark with Evil Alloy.
Evil Alloy, y'all. They can give you 10% off of their super cool swag. Like, I don't even know what to call it. Like, his stuff is just phenomenal.
It's just badass.
It's just badass. It's just like, Evil Alloy. You know, they are what they are. Spend $50, get 10% off using code ROGUE10.
Spend $150 and you get free shipping.
Right?
Come on.
Right? And you know, we're always looking for sponsors. Y'all know that we have Team Free Up, and this podcast fully sponsors our team. So anything that comes our way, whether it's swag, sometimes cool shirts, sometimes, which, I mean, this was from an actual like event type thing though, but you know, we'll probably wear the swag, whatever it is. Yes, the Captain's Clinic. Well, look, we've got a few people. Mike, hi, Mike.
What's up, Mike?
Glad you joined us. Of course, we got Thunder Midget. Just got back from Dirty Fest.
Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, you killed it.
That's awesome.
You killed it. That was so cool. I cannot wait till next year. We are going. I don't care what anybody says. I'm about to actually like buy our tickets now so that we can't back out next year. Can I do that?
Moving on to the next one.
Hey, Charles.
What's up, Charlie?
So it was fun to watch. And then, hey.
What we got to watch, yes.
What we got to watch, yeah. We're actually looking forward to everybody's videos and stuff that they put out for the aftermath, because some of that stuff just wasn't as clear. You know, you could tell that they were struggling with the internet out there. Hey, Wells, look at you. Hey, Wells, look what we got. Y'all, if you are looking for a brand that represents
Right.
represents. Make no excuses, just adjust, right? Wells is
Make
your guy.
adjustments. No excuses.
There you go.
Not excuses.
No excuses.
No
just make
excuses.
adjustments.
That's
Check out
correct.
his website. I believe it's adjust.com. Maybe you want to put it in the comments, Mr. Wells, just so we know. Absolutely adore the concept behind that. He's got some pretty cool representation out there too.
Yeah, he
I've
does.
seen some people in the gym.
And the helicopters.
Pilots.
Yep.
Yes, they're wearing that. I love it. Hey, Kim, our 8-degree pedal family is in the house.
Yeah.
So excited.
Here she comes. Miss 8 Degree.
Miss 8 Degree. Let's I kind of want to talk. Have we heard anything about the races from oh no, I just had a brain fart. What do you
Syrians.
no,
Oh.
from the what is it, UCI races this past weekend?
Syrians.
Yeah.
In France.
Yes.
You talking about George?
Yes.
Yeah,
Have we
I
heard
haven't
anything?
seen anything on his spiel, but I knew that he was escorted off.
Right. We
Looked
watched
horrible.
that. That looked horrible. Those races were fun to watch though. I mean, they were super fun.
That wasn't
They were fast. They were so fast.
well,
But
at that level.
at that level,
You can't be slow.
we're so excited to have our very own vet pro in the house. He's coming on here in just about
Yeah.
a couple minutes. We've got
But
a
not
whole-
only just a vet pro though.
no, he is. There is so much more. He is the captain for a reason, right?
He should be called the admiral.
The admiral.
Yeah,
You
because
think
that's,
so?
that's higher than a captain.
That's higher than the
And he's-
captain.
With everything he's
hello,
done, yeah.
Lane. Hi, Jordan. We haven't heard from you in a bit. I hope everything's going okay over there. Callie.
Who is it?
Jordan.
Oh, the
what?
McClants.
Yes.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Yes.
Thanks
So-
for joining all the way from California.
So just so you guys know, we do have the captain in the house. We are, this is an open discussion. So if you have questions that are specific to him or that you want to know, feel free to drop them in the comments. We also have Mad Maddie kind of monitoring. So hopefully I don't miss too terribly much, but it's going to be a good time, y'all. We also, when we have changed things up, I just want to remind everyone that our gate drop giveaway is very different when we have a guest because our show is about them.
Correct.
It is not about us playing games and doing crazy things. So we are doing our gate drop
We're
giveaway.
still doing it.
Yeah. But we are not asking no crazy questions, but you still need to share this podcast on your socials. Let everybody know where they should be on Monday nights at 8 p.m., right?
Right.
You said, just need to know information I didn't need to know. Anyways, moving on. So if you have questions, feel free to drop them in. Who knows where this conversation will take us? We do have some questions that Nick and I have been longing to ask. Mr. Nic Long, did you catch that? That play on words.
Yeah. No. I'm still confused on Mike's comment. So
Oh, Amber said it was so fun meeting you at Gold Cup at Lone Star. Now seeing Nick on here, he's my home track buddy. Sharing now. Yay.
Nice.
Thank you, Amber. We appreciate that so much. Do you want to touch on anything else? Oh, before we go too far, too.
come on.
What do we have coming up? June 27th?
I will be working at a.
No, you will not. No,
Oh.
you will not.
We have the side hack
The Side Hack Showdown.
showdown, baby.
We do. I'm actually going to bring that back up. So where are we sitting right now? We
We
have
have $400 in the pot.
$400 in the pot and bikes, etc. What are they doing?
Bikes, etc., is paying 100% entry fee
Yep.
on the bikes, and then they're doubling. So if we end up with 10 hacks, it's $20 a hack. So
Right.
that's going to be 200. That's going to be 400 there. Then we have Adjust has donated $100,
Yep.
and then we also have another $100 donation.
You're going to ask me to remember.
Yep.
Are you kidding me? I don't remember.
Anyway,
Yes. Some awesome people. It's a team.
yes.
Yes.
It's damn, you suck.
I do. Y'all have been working all day. Come on now. I will post it later. I will post it.
But anyway, the pot's up to 400 right now.
Yeah.
So we do know we're going to have 2 racks
Right.
Hopefully we get some more. I know everybody's coming back from Dirty Fest and they, blew all their wad over there, shot their wad.
You did not just say
So,
that.
anyway, it's the first one, and we're going to do this every year at the state race with Creighton, but it's Creighton Cochran with Bikes Etc. out of Shreveport, Louisiana.
Yep.
Excuse me, Bossier.
Yep.
And but anyway, we got together. He is also the track operator there at Cargill.
Right.
And he's also going to give an extra $50 cash
for
the best of show.
Best of show isn't necessarily about how you dress.
That's correct.
He did say he was open to bribery.
Right.
So he likes popsicles, FYI.
But anyway, he's the only judge of that.
Yeah.
So
put on the show, make it
fun.
fun.
Put on the show for the
walk out with $50.
Yep.
And you
an
don't
extra
have to pay
$50.
Nothing. You don't even
yeah,
have to,
you don't.
if you lose,
you get to race for free.
Nothing. You get to race for free. It's going to be so much fun.
So there is cash prizes and hardware.
Yep, cash prizes and hardware. We need to look and make sure that's being finished, by the way.
It is.
It is? Okay, good. See, he takes care of things.
That's why you keep me around.
That's it.
Anyway, do you have anything else, or can we?
Do you want to go ahead and bring on our
Yes,
guest?
I sure do.
Everybody, welcome Mr. Nic Long to the chat. Hey.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
How's it going?
Doing good. How about you guys?
Doing great.
Good. We're so excited to have you here today.
Yeah, thank you for reaching out. I'm excited to be here. I love doing podcasts when I get asked.
Awesome. Yes. So we have a pretty good group here and a lot of people that have been very excited to have you on for sure. So this will be fun.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. So tell us a little bit where you said you were in Oklahoma right now. Is that where you're at?
Yeah, we're kind of. I mean, we have a few home bases around the country, but currently we're parked at the Sand Springs track in Oklahoma. I'm on the board here at this track for when we're around town. I had summer camp here last week, and I was kind of waiting for rain that came this weekend to dry out so I could go pull back in our RV spot at the track operator's house. But I didn't want to get stuck in the grass and have to get towed out of here.
Come on now. Come on.
It happened at Cobb County. It took I had to disconnect the trailer. It took a F-250 pulling me, and then a Jeep in front of it pulling with a winch to get me out.
Oh,
damn.
No way.
You buried up.
No way. Oh, yeah. My goodness.
I think ahead now. I don't want to do that again.
Yeah.
That would not be fun for sure. So, how's the weather today over there?
It's been just windy and hot today, but I had a bunch of work meetings, had to ship some stuff out for riders. No training, the track's closed, so just kind of I've actually pedaled around myself and did some knee recovery stuff, but beautiful day out here.
Beautiful day.
Awesome.
So I'm pretty sure everybody knows what you did to your knee. How is that recovery coming?
It's as good as it can be, honestly. I had an amazing surgeon, Dr. John Franco. He races out of the Albuquerque Duke City track. As soon as I injured myself, it was really weird. There was no pain, really. It just was like, I should have sent you guys the video so you could have showed it on here. But I hardly even crashed. It was a lot of build up. I made for this little silly kicker ramp video, and I just pulled the bike out from under me, maybe like 3 feet in the air, and I landed on both feet, knees bent, and my femur and knee just wanted to go more forward than my lower leg, and I didn't even hardly crash. I didn't get a scab from it, right on concrete, nothing. I rolled out of it, got up, and was like, oh, that's weird. Like, it just didn't feel like it was there, like normal. So I kind of grabbed my bike and wheeled it up to the stairs, and like I stood up on it, and it just kind of like felt like it wanted to shift like that. Oh man. And luckily there was no pain. So I immediately, just because of how stable it felt, I've never had any knee injuries before. I just kind of knew something was off. So I immediately got x-rays and tried to get a CAT scan as soon as I could. And when I got the results back from the CAT scan, it was like a 12-point injury list. And I was like, no way. Like, I'm not even in any pain. Like it feels weird, but I'm not, you know what I mean? And I had like 3 different fractures in there, and you know, my ACL is completely torn. A couple other ones are mildly torn and sprained. My meniscus was pulled from the root. So I saw that, and I called a doctor just to be like, hey, can you look at my CAT scan, and is this for real? Like, it doesn't feel like it's that bad, you know? And he's like, yeah, this thing's, you did about as much as you could to this thing. And,
Oh no.
and yeah, so I just kind of chatted with him a little bit, and he actually ended up, telling me he had opening in his schedule, and that was kind of one of his specialties. So he bunked me up at his house for 2 weeks and got surgery done and helped me go through, you know, the first 10 days or so of recovery, and put me on a good path.
That's all.
Right. That is awesome.
And that's crazy because I've had my meniscus messed up, ripped before, and holy crap, it hurt like hell. I can't believe you didn't have no pain.
I'm thankful.
Maybe his nerves were like pinched enough where he just couldn't feel it or something. And I'm definitely not a doctor, so there's
It's just insane. Have all no pain. I mean, great. That's good for you.
Yeah, thankfully. So
right.
I still don't. I never sleep good ever, but I definitely still am not sleeping better than not good right now. But it's just kind of achy, really, is all.
Yeah.
But I'm finally off 2 crutches as of Friday. I got 1 crutch for the next 10 days or so. Don't tell the doctor, but I've been walking around without crutches, limited, and just kind of seeing how it feels. Nothing, no pain at all. So really, I just gotta break it loose.
Wow. So it's basically painless, but you still have to be careful. I hear you.
Yeah.
I gotcha. So also, Huffy just released their new frames, right?
Primus, yeah.
Their Primuses. So
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, tell us about Huffy and what you're doing with them.
Yeah, I got hired by Huffy at the end of 2024 for the 2025 season and beyond. But yeah, we kind of came on it at a building phase. We didn't have anything really for sale when they hired me. They had Carly, and they had just got Ethan, and we had some freestyle riders too, Nick Bruce and Jacob Thiem, Huck Karinsky. But yeah, I kind of just got brought in the middle of it, and like, hey, we're building bikes. We want you to kind of lead the way. You know, we'll get you set up at all the races, or, you know, whatever pro races you got to get to, and the freestyle events I got to get to. I'm the brand and I call it BMX manager. So it's basically brand and team manager. Team manager, I'd say 80%, brand manager, I'm still kind of learning about. So learning the ins and outs of the business and industry as I go. I got a lot of help from Mike Gonzalez and the rest of the crew there at Huffy. But yeah, so when we got hired, they were just on prototype version 2 of the Primus frame. So that's what we all rode last year, raced the worlds with. I had 2 different paint job versions of that. And then right before Grands, we got basically the Primus. They called it the version 3 prototype, but it was the real frame, just not painted. So we had that at Grands, and we had everything displayed at Grands last year. And then, yeah, finally Monday, June 1st, 1st or 6th? 1st. Yeah, June 1st, the frame dropped and is available now.
Nice.
So did you have a role in the making of this?
The design, maybe?
Yeah, I can't take too much credit. I mean, my expertise kind of stops at, you know, geometry and what we all like individually as riders. So, I mean, I had input on that and what sizing for, you know, the Pro and the XL and the double XL size frame. Our double XL is kind of a longer version than a lot of other frames. I didn't feel it necessary to start doing a triple and quadruple XL at the moment. So we kind of just made a longer double XL, which me, Caden, and Ethan all actually ride. Yeah, that's a yeah. I can't take any credit. We have an amazing engineer team behind the scenes that were already on the job. Really, like from the version 2 prototype to even the version 3 in the Primus frame. Like, I wasn't really sure what to anticipate. Like the frame was besides geometry, the version 2 to the version 3, every single tube is completely different. The dropout's completely different. Yeah, it's a pretty awesome frame, you know, as far as aluminum with, you know, some pretty cool features on it that make it stand out a little bit.
Very cool.
So, pardon me. When you go to the hubby website and you're reading on there, each one of y'all have quoted what you liked about the frame and everything, and the stiffness is what is. Let me show you something.
So he got hit.
So mine just come in today.
Oh, nice!
And I haven't even unwrapped it. But
that's super cool.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out how they did that with the aluminum to make it stiff like chromoly is.
Well, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not an engineer, and I don't know that much about it, but I can say that aluminum is definitely going to be stiffer than the chromoly. Sometimes people don't like that it's that rigid. That's why some people like chromoly frames. It kind of has that give and sway a little bit, more comfortable ride. The aluminum bike, I mean, any aluminum bike's going to typically ride a lot stiffer. The reasons for our frame, that how hydroform that bottom bracket area is, that increases the stiffness and the, what do we call it today? Torsional rigidity in one of our meetings today, which was a pretty sexy term, is what I call it. Yeah, and torsional rigidity. But yeah, that monocoque kind of hydroform area above the bottom bracket really increases that stiffness. And I mean, I'm old and washed up and raced that pro, but I'd imagine my weight and power is still mildly consistent. But we got Ethan and Caden on there putting some serious watts into the bike, and it's really responsive. It's comparable light to anything else on the market, and yeah, we're loving it.
That's awesome. Excited to see how it works out for you, for sure. So that's awesome. Well, very cool. So a lot of people don't realize, but you did put out your own. There was like a show. Did you put that out, or did someone else create that for you? The mile marker.
Yeah, I had so when we first started, when my wife and I got our first motorhome and started touring around, I had a friend of mine who we could say grew up racing with. His dad ran another team. I used to work for his dad right out of high school doing like security, kind of like motion security stuff, running it through buildings and stuff like that. But he was always a kid who was really into filming, so he helped film some stuff back in the day, like a bunch of our, when YouTube first started coming around, he would make edits for all of us. But anyways, he got a little older and he had some other projects, and I guess one of his friends reached out or just dared him or bet him, like, hey, I bet you can't make like a full-length video. And he called me up kind of out of the blue and was like, hey, I got challenged to make a video or documentary, and I'd be interested in, filming around what you're doing and kind of what your life is. And I was like, it's better than me telling on every podcast,
Wow,
check out my documentary.
Well, that's awesome though, because he did, for being his first one, that was a really good that was a really good film. I mean, we had our whole family sitting in the living room watching it when it came out. I mean, we have racers from 5 years old now, but at the time they were 3, right? All the way up until, we're not going to give our age away, but you can imagine there was a lot of us in there. Everybody was watching.
Yeah, it was good.
It was real good. It was
I've watched it numerous times.
Yes, he's watched it a few times. And you're kind of you're a staple in this industry, right? Everybody knows who you are. Everybody respects you as a person and as a rider. So I think it's just amazing that someone just put that together for their first documentary and just nailed it the way they did. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's got some talent.
Yes, he does. So
really.
It's called, for those who haven't seen it, they need to go, and it's on YouTube, right? Is that where it is?
Free for anybody. It's on YouTube. I got a link in my Instagram bio, but yeah, it's just called Mile Marker 64. Should pop right up.
Yeah, so anybody who hasn't seen that, you definitely need to check it out. It's worth it. You learn a lot. You just do. So
and there's some funny parts in it.
There is some funny parts in there, for sure.
Intros.
Um, and some of the questions that have kind of come to us prior to this has been, it's kind of similar to what anybody who's watched that probably already knows, but I'm going to ask, especially the ones that people have kind of sent that they really want to know, right? So one of the questions was, before you were a racer, who was Nicholas Long before BMX gave you an identity?
I mean, I'm on my 29th season right now. I didn't.
So we don't even remember.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I remember I was just kind of the goofball kid. The like class clown type kid. I played t-ball and baseball up till about 7 or 8. I didn't really like the team aspect of it. I don't like to say I'm competitive, but I'm really competitive with myself, right? Like if I'm doing something, I want to try to do it the best just so I don't embarrass myself, right? So if I'm out there in baseball and I see other kids not trying or just digging holes in the dirt or looking for bugs or whatever it is, it's like during Little League, like they kind of have to let every player play. And I'm like, they benched me for an inning and, Timmy gets to play. And I seen that guy catching ladybugs last week. He wasn't even practicing. So that'd be, that was a little weird for me. And same with my dad. My dad's ultra competitive. And so he didn't like that much. And he didn't come from a BMX racing background at all. He rode motorcycles. My grandparents wouldn't let him race. He was good enough to race Supercross back in like the early 90s, but my grandparents wouldn't let him. And then he ended up having me pretty early. My parents were 17 and 19 when they had me. So, was a tough call when he had me so early. But yeah, I started out, my dad took me to the track one day at about 7 years old, right before I turned 8. And I watched a local race and, just kind of fell in love. And I was like, Dad, let's do this. And my mom made me buy my first bike. I had like some savings bonds or something from grandma. And so I went to the bike shop, got a GT Power Series. It was probably equivalent to the size of my bike now. And I was 7 years old. And I've never looked back. I've never taken a break. I've never taken a summer off. I used to race locally minimum 5 days a week, sometimes 7 times, 2 times a day on a weekend if we were lucky. But yeah, I'm at 29 and a half years straight at this with, besides my ankle injury, I had 4 weeks off and now my knee, but I'm still in it full bore.
Right. So you never had any moments where you questioned what you were doing? Like you never had any moments where you thought, maybe I need to give this up or maybe I need to do something else?
I think maybe I'll talk about 2 different points. Like right around when the Olympics was announced, that was like a kind of a fire lit up under me. It was kind of like up until that point, I was like, yeah, maybe I'll turn pro. It's 15, 16, something like that when it was announced. And then when that got announced, it was like, all right, that's a pretty bitching goal. Let's try to go for that. Right. So that was it wasn't like a time where I felt like I was going to quit, but it was probably a time like maybe a lull where it was like, all right, well, shoot, now we got something more to charge for. So that was probably one time. And then a second time, I would think after the London Olympics, I was a little bummed out. I went to like that whole build up, I tried for 2008. I was super young. I missed out on the trials, whatever. That just kind of fired me up more. The next cycle made it to the Olympics, and that was kind of the only goal was I wanted to be an Olympian, right? So I made it. I got chosen. I was coach's pick, so I was 3rd selection for the team. And really, once I kind of got that like stamp being Olympian, I don't know. I mean, I went and I prepared for the race, but I don't think I took it maybe as seriously as I should have. Everything was kind of a blur. I went in with some injuries, and it was just kind of a weird day. Crashed first round. Joris, no hard feelings, but he cut through the gravel, took 7 to 8 of us out in the first round. My ball half, so I was just like, man, this is kind of a wild day. We had to do 5 rounds instead of 3 to the next day qualifying. So it was kind of a weird day, and I kind of left there with my head low, and I think I wouldn't say I took time off, but I definitely like did regular people exercise for like 2 or 3 weeks when I got home from the Olympics. Like I think I went running, and I'm like, what am I doing? So yeah, kind of. I think after I shook it off and realized like, all right, I don't want to just participate. Like I better make it to the final. And so that was kind of the head game for the next pull towards Rio. And I mean, after that, I never had any thoughts of like quitting, but I definitely could have quit after Rio that day. I think I had accomplished everything that I wanted to in the sport. I didn't need a gold medal. It would have been cool to have in my drawer in here, but I'm not the type of person. I didn't need that to feel accomplished in everything that I had done.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. But it's cool. So you had that lull, and then you decided. What made you just kind of say, okay, snap out of it? Was it the run that you said, okay, I don't like running, I need to get back on a bike? Or what was it?
I think I was just kind of or just kind of like in limbo a little bit, like I had accomplished my goal. Like I wanted to be an Olympian. That was it, right? Like I did that. But I felt like there was a lot of people that were like, well, he didn't make it to the semis. Like, and so I kind of just felt like, well, I didn't do good enough, I don't know if that was I did good enough for me because all I wanted to do was be an Olympian. And then I think after the fact, it was like, well, I think I needed to do a little bit. Well, I needed to have a higher goal, right? Like I accomplished one thing, but I needed to make the final. I needed to make it to the last lap of the day and showcase that I was actually, a finalist athlete, not just like, yeah, cool, I'm an Olympian.
Right. That makes sense. That's very cool. That's awesome. So another question that we had was kind of similar. Like when you look back at your younger self, what do you wish that, what was it? What did they say? What do you wish that kid knew that you would have made the journey easier? So like if you could tell yourself something to yourself when you were a child that would make it easier, what would you have told yourself?
I don't think I have any regrets to any aspect of what I've done in the sport or for the sport. I worked really hard as a kid, harder than I explained to kids how hard they should work, because everyone's gonna be like, yeah, right, dude, I ain't doing that. So I understood and was taught a lot about hard work and what you would gain from that. That was a big thing. My dad said, like, if I wasn't the most talented rider, I was pretty mediocre most of my career up until my last 2 years of amateur. I never won NAG 1, and then I won the #1 title, amateur title, the last 2 years before I turned pro. But prior to that, I was even in elite. I have this running joke. I was just kind of a 3 to 5 guy, and I was always cool with that, in amateur. So I don't think there's anything different I would tell myself. I'm actually pretty proud and happy the way my career went. Obviously, I could have got some more wins, and that would have made a lot more people more happy, and Dad would have gave me a couple more pats on the back. But I think for my experience in the sport, I think I lived it up as best as I could. And I don't think if I were going to be serious, if I wanted to be, like Joris or Connor, say something like that, I probably could have partied less, and and I had a hell of a time. I had a real good time, my years and everything. But I don't regret any of that, because I had an awesome experience. I accomplished a lot of things. I worked harder than most people, and I took it as far as I wanted to.
I love that.
I think if I had to tell myself something, it's like, you probably don't have to go to the bar after the race every day.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So you're saying the drinking didn't help you so much?
I mean, I didn't have a problem at all, but it was just like, well, I got my 50 gates done today. Let's go have some beers. Like, we earned it, right?
Right.
And
you did grow up in Oklahoma, so isn't that kind of a way of life? No,
I'm from Southern California.
That's right, Southern California. I did know that. Yes, I'm just thinking Oklahoma. We spent some time in Oklahoma. So, everybody drinks really heavily in Oklahoma. That's awesome though. So your dad has been a huge supporter, obviously, and he has his own team and
His own clinics.
his own clinics as well. You guys do a lot together. I mean, has that relationship always been really strong and focused on your career? Or I mean, did he have there's got to be like a parting of ways where you kind of went off to be this big, huge, awesome pro, and he's leading a different team. So how did that work out? How did that feel in the family dynamics?
No, my dad was probably the most consistent person there the whole time. I raced
cool.
my first couple years pro. I did so when I first started racing, immediately we started a team. Like the local bike shop was like, hey, we'll sponsor you guys, $35 for the jersey. And my dad's like, we'll just make our own jerseys. What do we get? We're not buying a jersey. We can make our own. Right. So, I mean, I was on my dad's team from, the moment we started. I raced 2 years of pro on his team. So till 2010. And then I went to Haro. But no, like I said, my dad was the most consistent person there. I had a couple like people I could maybe say were coaching or guided me a little bit, like during the Olympic times. Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Whoa!
She's fine.
Lindsay stepped outside for a second. Just screams in here. What was I thinking? Yeah, so I had a couple coaches along the way that kind of helped guide. James Herrera helped me in like the 2012 time. He was like the head coach of USA Cycling then, so he was kind of. But I really only used guidance for gym stuff. I didn't know much about that. I ended up hurting myself plenty in the gym doing dumb stuff. But that was really the only time that I used anybody outside of my dad. My dad he went to almost all the World Cups with either me or other riders that he was helping. And if I needed help on the track, like he didn't have a riding background, but he was so consistent at watching everybody that he was like, well, this is what he's doing. This is where he's pedaling. This is where his body is on this. Like, watch this. And I'd be like, and so I don't know if I'm just a visual learner because of that, but he was so good at pointing everything out that other people were doing, that the fast guys were doing, that you just, if you pay attention enough, you figure it out.
Right.
So no, my dad was the most consistent person in my whole career, always there. I mean, even still to this day, if I race vet pro, I can't say I struggle, but if I did have something mentally that meant something to me, like in a race or even if I was just sucking out there, like my dad's the first person, like, you look like shit out there. Like, what are you doing?
Well, that's good. I mean, that's a relationship y'all have with each other. That's cool.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And now that you have your own little one in your world, you think your dad has played such a huge role that it's going to influence how you raise her? You think she'll be big into BMX? I mean, you and your wife are both BMX lovers, so.
I mean, the house that she lives in drives to all these races, so she's going to know BMX for sure. We don't pressure her into anything. We actually, when I was gone having my surgery, she was parked here in Oklahoma. They stayed here while I went to New Mexico, and they ended up going to the track and just volunteering, helping. Because like I said, I'm on the board here at Sand Springs track. We park and stay at the track operator's house. So they just came and helped and volunteered at the track, and because they had a state race, kind of big weekend coming up. And Lou just ended up grabbing her bike and riding around a lot more. And
Aww.
I never like, hey, get on your bike, you got to ride. Like, I just want her to love it, right? Like I do. But riding my bike is peace of mind to me. Like when I just recently got to get on and start pedaling with my seat up high, and it's, you don't, sitting on the couch sounds cool when you're doing work all the time, but man, when you have to sit on the couch, it sucks a lot. So getting the ride has always just been kind of my escape. Like even when I wasn't racing seriously and I was riding flat pedals, like I needed to go outside and do 20 sprints. Like that was, what made me feel alive and kept me grounded. So I hope that she I mean, selfishly, I hope she loves riding bikes like I do, but I hope she finds something that she loves like I do.
Right. That's awesome. That's super awesome. And she's so stinking cute.
Yes, she is.
She's just adorable. I love that.
She's
And
all right.
you're
Around for a little
I'll take her. I'll take her. I'll take her in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have our own hot mess here with kids, so we totally understand that one. Do you think being a father has at all changed the way you view risk and competition?
That's the question I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1,000%. I mean, especially too, I'm racing Vet Pro. We race for $300 sometimes. Like,
right.
I'm gonna go, and this isn't like a brag or a toot, but I'm gonna go make way more money doing way less risk on my body, a clinic that following week, right? So, any of us who are racing Vet Pro, it's just because we simply love it, and I mean, there's a few guys that are in there to win, but most of us are just in here to, share the passion of the sport, and hopefully a few riders take it as far as we've got to, as far as we've been privileged to take it, right? So if we kind of share that, and make a little gas money, keep the train rolling, that's I mean, probably the top 7 Vet Pros you could ask that, and that's all the reason that we're doing this for still.
Right, exactly. So,
but you do more than that. I mean, you also you kind of created you did create the duffel bag dash.
Yeah, I know I did kind of skip the question about the dad's risking.
Yes.
I did have something on top of that. So even before Lou, I would say when my friend Sam Willoughby got hurt, he broke his neck right after the Rio Olympics. He was a close friend of mine. He is a close friend of mine, and that really changed my perspective on racing. I think up until that point, I thought I was, invincible and I was going to live forever and I couldn't get hurt.
Right.
And when I saw that, it really, I had a hard time committing the same way. And I wouldn't say that's why I kind of, downhilled after Rio, but it definitely didn't help. Like, it was really hard to, if it was windy out at the Supercross races, or, if something just was off, it was really hard to commit to going.
Right.
And that's hard when you have sponsors you got to make happy and stuff like that. But it was hard to shake, and it is hard to shake even still. Like, I could get up on the hill and I'll look for any excuse sometimes, like, I don't think I want to do this right this second, so I'm not going to. Like Rock Hill, I pulled out of that race more times than I raced it, probably because it's windy or rainy, and it's just like,
right.
I'm just gonna crash. Like, I'm not gonna have a good time. So so I've definitely had a couple different points of perspective change when it came to risk. But I guess it all just comes down to what's valuable to you. How bad do you want to win?
Right. And that makes sense. And it's sad to me, though, that you're looking at a $300 pot being Vet Pro. I'm just saying, like, that's horrible.
It gets bigger if we have more riders, but typically, we get 8 to 12 riders at a race. The Grands is a good paying one. But yeah, so the Vet Pro class is tough because, the Pro class is tough because you have to travel to only these certain races, right? If there's 30 something nationals a year, if they were to make all nationals, all the nationals pro races, I think you would have a lot more people that would be willing to turn pro because you could race kind of in your region, right? You could do 6 nationals within your region pretty close. And then you get this region. They all got, they get their scores. You can get some guys that go to all of them because they got good sponsors or good money, or they do clinic tours like I do and Barry and Jeff. But then we'd have more people to potentially come to the Grands with more scores. That the title chase might be more exciting. But yeah, when you got to travel, like, especially in the Vet Pro class, I'm lucky enough to work in the industry, but if you got a 9-to-5 job, like, you can't take the weekends off to go to fucking Florida or wherever you got to go. If you live in California, like, it's tough to have to travel. And then when you look at the purse, like, I'm going to maybe win $600 if I win both times. you don't even get a flight for that. So
Right.
No, because
It's hard.
you done spent $2,000 for the weekend.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Amanda said 300 is crazy. As a Supergirl in the 2000s, we made more.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. Like,
But
and
then-
that's
yeah, no, I mean, if you're in Vet Pro looking for it to be your job and salary, you're in the wrong place. Like I said, the people like me, Barry, Jeff, all these guys, like we have income outside of races. Like we just do this because we love it. We like to showcase, like,
right.
I don't even know what we like to showcase. We just I like to put on a show. I like to be there. Like if I can keep the riders interested because of what I'm doing, and what I'm doing is riding a bike, then I'm going to keep showing up.
Right, exactly. And you're blessed enough to have a career in the field, so you still get to be in that. And your face is pretty much Huffy. Like people know Nic Long is with Huffy, right? So when you go out and race, I mean, that just marketing perspective,
There you go.
I'm just saying.
I knew that
I'm
shit
just
was
saying.
coming.
It works. So
It does.
Well, that's
It
probably
does.
I got hired.
well, you deserve it though. So take that too. So, but because of that, you have not because of that, but in addition, you have the duffel bag dash. Tell us how that got started.
Before I do that, I haven't started it this year, so I planned on starting like a race for life, but for a duffel bag dash. I just haven't put the whole plan together with our track here, because we were going to test it here, and then I'd have the model share it to other tracks, like, hey, everybody's man, that's cool. Like, how do we help raise money for the pros? Like, hey, put on a race day, donate X amount to the total purse, and then that all gets distributed, and then everybody's helping, right? So we haven't finalized the whole model for that exactly yet. But to go back to the question, it started in, what did it, 22? So I think it was it must have been 23. So 23, I think, first year. It really started, I was listening to a Coffee Chatter podcast, and the conversation, I don't remember exactly what the conversation was. I know it was the podcast with Riley House on it. But somehow it was, I don't know, loosely, it was like, why doesn't somebody like start to raise money or something? I can't remember exactly what it was. And I was like, I was kind of just driving, and I was like, fuck, I think I could be that guy. I could figure out how to raise some money for the pro person. My initial goal was to raise $1,000 for the men, just for grants. I was trying to raise $1,000 for the women's winner and $1,000 for the men's winner. That was my only goal. And so I initially reached out. I had worked for one of my uncles to help pay for our wedding. And I worked in the front. It's a glazing company, like that storefront kind of stuff. And windows and glass, sorry. And these like little league teams would come in and kind of ask for sponsorship. And my uncle James, he would always like donate $250, $500 to like help pay for the jerseys or whatever it was. And I was like, that's, it's a cool thing. So I was like, hey, I'm trying to raise some money to pay back for these riders. And, I explained it all to him. He's like, that's a cool idea. And he's like, I'm going to give you $4,000. Shit. All right. So that just kind of started off. So he started off with $4,000 right off the bat. And then I kind of just was like, I was really fired up from that. And so I reached out to all my sponsors, and then, kind of just gained some traction, and people just were starting to donate. And that first year for 2023, we raised $22,000. And I didn't even start that till I was driving from the Louisville National. So September to November, I raised $22,000 for that.
Damn.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That was cool. And then 24, I raised a lot more. I did like 44,000. That's when I started doing that was the first year I did the jersey auction. And I had a lot of probably 120 jerseys that I collected, but I had some really cool ones like Christophe Avec, Gary Ellis, some classic ones. And that one got $44,000. Last year was 24,000. And this year's at zero right this second, but that's just because I haven't done anything yet. I haven't promoted anything. I was planning to do it when I was at my mom's, and then I broke my leg off. So
Yeah.
once hopefully I can get this race model figured out, and if I could get a few tracks, if I have a 20 or 30 summer clinic tour, like 2 different tours coming up. If I can get a few of those tracks to, like, I hate to say buy in, but like understand the concept I'm doing. Like, hey, if you guys like what I'm doing, we've been doing it for 4 years. Like, we're just trying to raise money for the pros, and you just put on your normal local race, X amount gets donated to this. If I can get a few tracks behind that would be a good basis to get it started, and then I'll probably do some more jersey auctions and a couple other things later on in the year before Grands.
Right.
It does get tired though. Like, I really hate. I feel like I'm just asking people for money all the time, and I hate that. Like, I feel like a beggar sometimes, and so, like, I keep trying to come up with different ways that make me feel better about it. But at the end of the day, I mean, I am doing something for a good cause for riders. So I kind of just have to be like,
and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I need this. You're doing it for other people.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
I know.
I think there's a few trucks around here we can talk with and help get them involved with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to have like a PDF. Be like, all right, this is how it works. You could donate this percentage, whatever it is. Like, it's all going to help. You just put on one of your regular local races. You hype it up like it's a duffel bag dash fundraiser day, and try to get some people out there.
I think it would work.
And I could probably
imagine it would work.
Day rad awards to do some special awards for the days when we do that. I just gotta figure it out.
Right. Exactly.
Network.
Exactly. But I mean, so the purpose was to help pay the pros with this money, correct? So were you trying to fill the gap for them? Like, what was your thought process on even starting this?
I just simply wanted to help. Like, I understand the sacrifices it takes to do well at races. I understand the sacrifices it takes with your family, and like, my family bankrupt at least once from racing BMX when I was a kid. And I know how tough it is. I know how expensive it is. We promote it as an affordable family sport. Like, it gets expensive. You can go race a local race once a week and be like, yeah, the sport's affordable. But if you want to chase anything, you gotta
spend some money.
You gotta spend some money, right? And if you can have a little bit better reward at the end of your race day to look forward to, like, that was kind of just my goal. I was like, man, I raced a lot of these Grand Nationals, or spent 10 or almost 15 pro seasons. Like, this is all we get for today. Like, damn, I thought I raced harder than that.
Yes. And it costs you, it costs you guys more as pros, vet pros and stuff to race than it does just the average amateur, though.
Our vet pro one is, I think, maybe $10 more, so we're a little luckier. But the elite women and elite men, like, I think they're, to put it in perspective, I think for elite men, so I think Ethan racing at Tulsa for the 3 days, the UCI day, the 2 elite men days, I think it's like $660 just in entry fees.
It's $300 a day, I think.
It's crazy. Or it's like $240. I think it's $240 for the class day, or for the AVA day, USA BMX days, and then maybe a little bit cheaper for the UCI day. But I was like, man, that's tough. Like, if you don't make it to the semi, you don't make any money. And even when you make it to the semi, you're getting $150 maybe.
Right. Exactly. Right. 100%. So, that's just one thing that I just can't still to this day wrap my head around. Like, I know that we're not pro football players. I get that. I get that. But they should be paid better. I feel like, I don't know. I could argue about that forever. And we're not here to argue. So we'll just, I'll shut my mouth on that one.
There you go.
Yeah. It's rare that I shut my mouth too. So.
There you go.
So now you do a lot of coaching too, clinics and stuff.
Yeah. Besides my full-time job at Huffy, my clinic stuff is more full-time than my Huffy stuff most of the days. I gotta, whether it's scheduling or keep an eye on weather or what's coming up or where I gotta be, that's a lot to organize and keep schedule a lot of the time. But I love it. Like I wish I would have done more clinics when I was racing.
Right.
I didn't know if I had something to sell, not necessarily sell, but I didn't want to just like, hey, I'm going to hang out with Nic Long. Like, in my opinion, and I've watched a lot of other riders clinics, like my training day is super organized. It's well put together. And like everybody there, whether you're a 5-year-old beginner to Dan's age, like you can get something out of it if you go there and you pay attention, right? And it might be the same training day track to track, but that's the experience that I'm selling, right? And it covers everything, in my opinion, that you need to know to help keep riders behind you when you're racing on the track. It's hard to go and teach jumping and manualing, in my opinion, especially when you got a 5-year-old kid and a 50-year-old lady in your clinic. It's like they're just going to sit there and be like, I'm not going to do that, right? But if I can get everybody moving all together, sweating and understanding, a little bit of hard work and what it takes to make it through a race weekend or through a race season, then that's my job, and I enjoy it. I don't know. I have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The riders, and I'm really good at learning riders' names really quick, and that's a fun challenge for me. But no, I and then I get I do 50 to 80 clinics a year, like travel clinics, and it's incredible when I show up to Grands and all these riders are like, hey Nic, how you and a lot of times I can remember their names from seeing them, which is it's cool. It's special to me.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So do you follow a lot of those people that you like picked that you say, oh, they've got a lot of talent? Do you keep up with them still afterwards, or?
I mean, I don't want to say I like follow a lot of my clinic. I try to not follow too many underage kids just because I don't need to see the little kid kicking soccer ball playing with friends. I try to keep social media professional, but I definitely remember, if there's a standout kid, I try, and if I have something local in the area for the next day, I'm like, hey, come to the next one tomorrow. I'd love to use your help. Help me demonstrate some things. And, I like having a friendly face at every local clinic because I'm just the guy who's yelling a lot of the time. I drove in to yell at kids. So if I can get somebody who's friendly and they know him, then it eases my day usually.
No, that's awesome. That's so awesome. And like Dan said, you put on a great clinic for sure. It was really cool. I got to see the videos. He had videos going, so I did see some of those, but I wasn't there for that. So, what's something that you've taught young riders that you wish someone had taught you?
Good one.
That was a question that was sent into us.
I mean, I don't know. My dad is a really good teacher at, getting me prepared for life.
Right.
He instilled working really hard. I don't think a lot of, kids these days understand what working hard is all about. It's not doing 6 sprints 3 days a week. It's, you're going to have to pump it up a little bit if you want to, take this sport serious or anything serious, right? Like if you're trying to do something, like you can't half-ass it through anything. So my dad was really good at helping me understand, like, there's no shortcuts to anything.
Right.
And that was huge. That's what I try to portray to people, right? Like, it wasn't easy to get where I am,
right.
or the things that I did. And I hate feeling like I'm bragging or boasting about myself, but that's what the message I try to like portray to the clinics is like, if you're just going to come to the local track and do your 30 minutes of warm up and do your local race and go home, like, you probably don't really want it that bad, right? And then, it does take somebody pushing you. My dad was there every single day. As soon as he got off work, if we were doing gates, I would do 25 gates at the house. I would go to the track, do my practice, race the local, 10 full laps after every local race, and then we would go from the track to do sprints. I would do 1,500 yard uphill, 1,500 yard downhill, and that was 4 days a week. But nobody's I can't tell a kid or a family that, like, they're gonna be like, yeah, right, dude. And that goes for the rider and the parent. Like, it's a huge commitment to do what my dad did for me and my sisters, a massive commitment. And it may or may not have cost him the marriage to my mom, but my dad was as committed to helping his kids succeed as any parent could be. And
that's amazing.
I don't think there's anything
That's
different that my dad could have shared with me that would have made my life better at this point.
Right. And these clinics that you're doing, I'm sure a lot of parents kind of get involved and come around and all of the stuff. So what do you think about parents? What advice would you give parents who are trying to lead their children? Obviously, you're not going to tell them to do 20 laps after every race or whatever. But I mean, like, there's got to be some form of advice that we can give parents out there to kind of keep their kids on the right path in the sport.
that's a hard one.
That is a tough question.
I mean, if you think about it, like, Nic's been there since he was very young, right? All the way into adulthood. And I know that he has probably raced a lot of people who left at 10, 11, 12 for whatever reason, or have left at 15, 16, 17 to, driver's licenses and girls and partying and all of the things. But as parents who, when we get kids put into this sport and we want to keep them focused and they have a natural talent, they have a love for it, what do you think? How would you keep them focused?
I think what my dad did for me was he always really was not, he was strict about it. He made us commit each season. Like, he gave us the opportunity. He's like, all right, what do you want to do this year? Do you want to play baseball? Do you want to play soccer? Whatever it is. Oh, I want to do BMX. All right, well, you're doing it the whole year. You can't quit. You got to do it for, 11 months out of the year. That's what you're doing. I'm going to make sure you're doing it this amount. If you're going to, and he gave us every opportunity we could. But I think the best thing that my dad ever taught me or instilled in me, and something that I could share with a parent, would be, my dad really taught me how awful it was to have a boss, right? And be told what you got to do and like what time you got to show up. So he was like, dude, do whatever you can that makes you happy to go as long as you can without having a boss. And that kind of stuck with me and motivated me, even the times, because like I said, after high school, I worked for a little bit. When I was working, I was like, this sucks a lot. Like, man, I need to get better at racing so I don't have to do this anymore. Right. And so I think that was kind of a secret motivator for myself, because I didn't want to, I never wanted to just be mediocre. I loved working hard enough to not do that, but I didn't want to just be like, all right, clocking in, clocking out. I enjoyed the freedom that I got from having a fairly long BMX racing pro career, and it was because of the mindset that I didn't want to show up and clock in and have to have a boss every day.
That's awesome, though. That's good. I mean, your dad did some phenomenal. He obviously did a really good job. So, great advice.
I've talked with Donovan a few times and everything, but he don't just do it with Nic and his sisters. He does it with every one of the kids that, for the young people that he has on his team.
He sure does.
And he's committed.
Right.
Well, the parents have to be committed too to be able to have their kid to do that.
Right.
And I think that would be where probably one of your biggest problems is the parents trying to get involved and telling you, no, we're going to do it this way.
Right.
I guess bottom line, I think teaching commitment is probably one of the best things you could teach a kid. Yeah. It's like, if you're starting it, you better finish it. And if you got a goal, you better not quit till you get it.
Right. Exactly. I agree 100%.
Okay.
Amber Harrison popped in and said, it's not bragging. People need the message that it takes hard work and consistency. Keep using your voice to share this, please. As an educator of our youth, please keep being you. They need you to share about this. Thank you, Nic.
There you go.
So that's awesome. So I'm trying to see what else. I wanted to make sure I got all the ones that everybody else wanted to know. One wanted to know, what makes a champion that has nothing to do with speed?
Nothing to do with speed. Honestly, just mental toughness. understanding that you control what's in your brain and outside of everything else. Like once you can either figure that out and conquer your brain to, do what you got to do when you got to do it, or being able to just break it down as simply as possible. That way you don't, put too many extra hurdles in front of yourself. That would be the biggest key. I feel like in my career, I was pretty solid mentally. I was really good at just breaking it down. Like, all I got to do was go on red. After that, I just got to pedal. After that, I got to get over the first jump. Like, once you do that, you kind of one step at a time. And that's all all you can control is all you can control. And that was kind of a way that I was able to, simplify and calm my mind, I guess, and be able to show up more prepared,
Right.
prepared more often than not.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. We did watch your documentary, so this is something that those who didn't watch the documentary would want to know. But tell us how you met your wife and how you realized that she was the one for you.
Simply put, I met it on Instagram.
Yeah.
And so to elaborate, I'm a ABA kid. She was an NBL kid. I'm from Southern California. She's from Southern Florida. She's a few years older than me, like almost 4. So we never really crossed. Well, actually, not that I know of. We never crossed paths while she raced. She raced till like the early 2000s. She raced the girl, like the super class or powder puff girl class for a little bit. Basically, the girl pro class after you turn 15 or 16 in NBL. But when I raced for Haro, my team manager at the time, Derek Betcher, he was ABA, NBL kid, a little bit older than me, a little bit older than Lindsay, and he knew of her. So one road trip, we were driving somewhere to a national and talking about girls, blah, blah, blah. He's like, hey, you should check out this Lindsay girl. She's got all sorts of tattoos. And I was like, I'll check her out. And so I think we follow each other then. This was maybe like 2013 or 14. But both of us were in relationships. So we were just Instagram friends. I liked photos or whatever. I ended up unfollowing her at some point. And then in 2016, we were both single. I wasn't following her at the time, but she sent me a message that went to my spam or, requested ones. I didn't see it for a few days. And she just, I don't remember exactly what it says. She's going to kill me for not knowing, but she messaged me and then she got all embarrassed because I didn't message her back and she was trying to delete it on her end. And obviously it was still there. But yeah, I finally saw it. I was like, no, sorry for missing it. How are you? And we kind of just started chatting from there. And it went super, super quickly. I think we started chatting in it was right before Rio Olympics, maybe late May, early June. And then I think we have started calling each other boyfriend and girlfriend June 24th or something like that. And then we met each other. I think I flew her to California for 4th of July. And yeah, I think I told her I loved her in 6 weeks.
Wow.
When you know, you know.
Yep. That's awesome.
And yeah, she's been a massive blessing in my life since then.
Yeah, she seems to be your biggest supporter. How does she feel about all of this racing life, your career, running around, doing all the stuff? How does that impact your family life with her now?
As far as I know, she loves it. We get to spend all of our time together. Before I got her to join me, I did 2 clinic tours. One was 4 weeks, and then one was 6 weeks long. But she was working at the time. She's a hairstylist for almost 20 years. But I was leaving her, so I was gone for 6 weeks. We would just call her, talk to each other, but it sucked. So after those first 2 tours, the people I was doing it with, they were, I don't need to say who it was, but I did 2 of those tours. I borrowed my mom's motorhome at the time, and both tours, the 4-week and the 6-week tour, not one person came up and sat in the front seat with me. Not from one gas break to the next, not ever. And so I was like, I'm paying these guys half the money I'm making, and not even one person wants to hang out with me or bring me a water bottle. Like, dang, man. And they were younger riders. I was like, I got plenty of stories I could be chit-chatting about. I'm driving for 12 hours a day. And so I got home and I was like, Lindsay, what do you think about quitting work and joining me on this? Like, I think we could do just fine. And we did. We did awesome the first 2 years or so before we got pregnant, and now she's full-time mom. But I imagine she'll be out helping me out with clinics here soon. Lou's almost to an age where she could just kind of go play about during the clinic and find some other road kid and have a good time.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So did she give you any advice about racing now? Like when you're out there, does she ever say, well, you could have done better here, or you should have, or keep your cool, or, does she have any advice for you?
I don't think she's ever tried to give me like advice, but she, especially when I was racing flats, and even when I started racing clips, like she wasn't shy to give me a hard time. Like if I went out there and quit or goofed off, like she's like, people want to see you winning. Like, what are you doing out there? You're like, why are you quitting? And I'm like, well, I just want to have fun. Like, I just like riding my bike. And then, if that's not me necessarily being selfish, like I want to ride my bike how I want to ride my bike. But it took her perspective to point out like, hey, all these kids that come to your clinic and all the finish lines you're telling them to pedal to, like, maybe you should pedal to the line too a few times. And it was like, you're not wrong. Maybe I need to, practice what I preach a little bit.
I mean, that's some good advice. I'm telling you, she's a smart woman.
And I mean, she's also more competitive than me, so she wants to see me win out there more than I care to win. But it's a good like leveling.
Brings balance to your life.
Yeah, it brings balance because I would go out there and snap a gate and be content with it. Like, but she's like, man, I want you to win, and, and there's a lot of people that do. I just don't need to win anymore. So, and now racing, it's a lot more. I mean, racing's always been like that. I love racing. I love riding my bike, but anything I've ever accomplished was almost always for somebody else because I had to do it for sponsors or I had to do it for, team and stuff like that. Like winning's never been a priority to me. I just wanted to make sure I executed what I had practiced leading up to it, right? Whether I got first or fourth, it didn't matter to me.
Cool.
But that's awesome. I think Lindsay's been, especially at this point in my career, she'll fire me up when I need it or when she thinks I need
it. Good woman. Just saying, good woman. So have you guys developed any family traditions or have you rolled any of those family traditions from your childhood into your new family now?
I mean, with her being a NBL kid and me being an ABA kid, our Thanksgivings are grand. So that's tradition.
Exactly. Every time. Every single time.
But I mean, that goes with Grands is our Thanksgiving. We're usually we're in Louisville for Labor Day every weekend. We're in Nashville for Memorial Day weekend. Like there's just those days where we're almost in the same spot every time. The seasons or the stops are similar relative a lot of years. But I mean, our family tradition is just traveling around in this motorhome doing everything we can together, which, I mean, if I can do that as long as I can and get to spend every moment with my family, I'm going to try.
That's amazing. I love that so much. I love that so much. Which one? This was a question sent to us. What's the side of Nic Long that fans would be surprised to learn about? Something about you that nobody really knows. Give us the dirt.
All the cool, good stuff.
The dirt could be cool. We could have cool dirt.
I mean, I'm a pretty open book. Like if you watch that mile marker documentary, there's a lot of beans in there.
Yes, there is.
I don't know. I think maybe. I don't know. I'm
Do you
very,
have it?
I guess, and I think I'm getting even more in my older age, but like I'm very empathetic towards almost everything. Like I almost can't even step on an ant anymore because I feel so bad. Like, man, it was just trying to get to its family to feed its kids. Like if there's a spider on the wall, like I'll be like, oh, gross, and then I'll kill it and be like, oh my god, it wasn't. So that's gotten worse in my old age. But yeah, I mean, as far as everybody, I'm probably, super empathetic and give the shirt off my back to anybody, even if I don't like the person half the time.
Right.
But I imagine most people probably know that about me too.
Right. Well, I'm assuming you guys have a weird like bug love. Your little baby was catching bugs before.
Lou was, yeah.
She loves
She
bugs.
showed
We
us
got
one.
a damn roly-poly terrarium in the motorhome right now. Every morning she wakes up, she points at it because she wants to take a roly-poly out and hold it. So we just put a roly-poly on her blanket. If she's outside, she's catching bugs 100% of every moment she's outside.
I love that.
We love her being a little kid. Like it's so refreshing just watching her be a little kid.
Right. You don't even see that, but
you need to enjoy that and really grasp it because your dad's probably thinking the same thing. I remember when you was picking up roly-polies and stuff, and then all of a sudden we're old.
Yeah, I wasn't doing my full
grown.
laps. That's the only reason he remembers. He's like, you better get doing that full lap to pick up them roly-polies.
Yeah.
Probably very true, right?
That's what.
I love that. I remember, but back in the day when our kids were little, at least, we used to buy them like the bug catcher things. You could buy like the little bug catcher things at like Walmart. And
we just got one. We didn't realize that was a thing. Somebody gave us, or somebody had them at like a birthday, something at a track, and like had a little miniature like kit with like a magnifying glass, like a little scooper. We got her a whole like clear bug purse, like a extruding little magnifying thing. She's set up.
That's cool.
I love that. You don't see that much anymore.
That's good. That's good stuff.
So what do you think you're most grateful for today? Like, what are you most grateful for now?
I think I'm most grateful for the opportunity to travel around the country with my family and teach the good word of BMX. Like I don't know. I think I just appreciate the work that I put in growing up to be able to do this now. Like, there's nothing else I'd rather do. I could do construction just fine and dig holes. I could be a tattoo artist if I put my mind to it. I could do, but I don't think anything would bring as much happiness to me as this does.
Right.
I get to full time do what I've loved to do for almost 30 years every day. Every single person I talk to on a daily basis almost has something to do with BMX. Like, I don't know what else I could ask for,
Right. That's awesome. Those are awesome. Yes, you definitely have you've created an amazing life for yourself, and you're so humble about it too. You're so humble about it. I just love that. Jason Chang chimed in and said, the same way we all love seeing Stu Thompson still going fast and dirty fast, we love watching you win. Did you ever look up to some of those guys when you were younger? Do you have a favorite pro that you followed?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm from around the time before we had social media, so we were just looking at them in the magazines. But no, definitely. And I'm not like, it's almost cringy to me to like, oh, I can't wait to go get a photo with that person. I've never been that person. Yeah. But there has been some iconic riders that either helped shape my riding, like how I wanted to look like I rode or whatever. But like Kyle Bennett, awesome rider, Tomas Ollier. I love watching Sylvain Andre race. Probably my favorite racer of all time, and he's still racing today. I raced against him for most of my career. He's just so exciting to watch all the time. He's always going for something more. He's never settling. And I'm never have been that racer. I'm never gonna be that racer. So, and that's not even like but watching how much he wants it and how determined he is, it's really cool to me, especially kind of being like a coachy type figure at this point. I really enjoy watching Sylvain race still. But yeah, those like Tomas Ollier, he's an awesome coach. He helps like Eddie Clarté and a couple other guys. Kyle Bennett, rest in peace. He was an incredibly talented rider, awesome human. I spent some cool race weekends and had some fun stories with him. But yeah, I mean, we've all got somebody that helped shape us into the riders we are, you know.
Absolutely, 100%. We really only have a couple more things, and I know one of the questions that came up was gait nerves. Do you still get gait nerves?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if gate nerves is the right way, but I mean, there'll definitely be times where I'll make it to the main or any round and be like, man, this is a hard moto. Like, I don't know if I'm prepared, right? And that's a nerve-wracking feeling, not feeling like you're prepared enough for what you got to do. I guess you just got to kind of find comfort in the things you can't control, and that's just going on time and trying to. There's plenty of time left after the gate falls, whether or not you're on the gate coming out first or last. You still got 30 to 40 seconds of track to figure something out, and make it happen if you want it enough.
Right.
But yeah, I think I always had not always, but I think from the time I was probably like 15, 16, 17 and doing gates in my house, like on repeat, I kind of figured out a little, not mantra, but like something that was like a step breakdown that I would always repeat to myself. And I still do it to this day when I'm loading up in the gate, and it either will help shift my mind from who I'm racing to, just the steps I got to do to have a successful gate. And, but yeah, I mean, there's still, you roll up in the gate and you're between Jeff and Barry and you're like, man, I better be fucking sharp this time or I ain't going to do good.
Right. Oh, that's awesome. So are you a gabber while you're up there? Are you talking to people or are you really focused?
No, I've my whole career, I've been the person that everybody's like, dude, shut up. Like, I'm trying to get ready in the, I'm like, nah, dog, I'm trying to get you out of the zone so I can beat you.
I'll hear your motives here. But
I was, like I said at the beginning, like kind of a class clown. So I'm up there cracking jokes and trying to keep things like, because that's what helped me was if I started focusing too much on the race or who I was between in the gate or, man, I got gate 7 this time, like, then that would consume me, that would overwhelm me, and then I'm not having a good time anymore, right? So if I could distract myself with, making fun of somebody or making fun of myself or whatever it was, being silly in the chutes, that helped me. And whether it helped or hurt other riders, it was about making sure I could execute when I needed to.
There you go. One final question. Did you have any more questions? Anything else you wanted to ask? No, you didn't. He's good. So one final question, and really and truly, I just want to know if there's anything that you want to get out to our listeners, to the BMX racers, anything you want to talk about that you've got going on, or any advice for the BMX world that you want to just kind of express for yourself.
I think, besides working harder than you are now, probably, I would recommend every rider who's taken this mildly serious, or if you're going to nationals, if you're spending money going to nationals and you don't have a set of timers at your house, I would recommend you skip a national, buy a set of timers so you actually can watch yourself and see yourself progress. If you're still just going to the track or you're doing sprints, you're like, yeah, that was a that felt good, you know. That feeling good doesn't translate to the nationals when you got to show up.
Right.
So if one piece of advice I would recommend to every BMX family, if you are racing nationals, buy a set of timers, skip a national, invest in a set of timers, and work hard enough to watch those numbers decrease. That's the easiest way to get better at this sport.
I love that. I love that. That's very good advice. We have a set of timers that never really get pulled out. I'm just saying. We've got 2 sets of timers that we never use.
Most people don't like seeing it and having those days when you don't get good time. You're like, well, these things, I'm not using these next session. And that's the mentality. But that's, in my opinion, that's the wrong mentality. If you're trying to accomplish something, you gotta track it.
You got to track it. Yep. I believe Coach Wells told us the same thing a few times. He said, what did he say? You got to take all the data, keep up with all the, I don't remember.
The feel of it more often than not.
Right. Well, we are going to do our last bit of our show. We're going to do our gate drop giveaway. Every show we have a swag bag from our sponsors that we give away. This week it is Carbone Cartel has donated our swag bag this week. You know what I mean, this week. No. So Dan's going to show everybody what you can win. And because we had a guest, we're not doing it very typically. We are just going to hit the scroll button. Dan's going to say go. And then he's going to say stop. And I'm just going to scroll, and whoever I stop on wins. So if you guys are in the comments, you might want to start commenting now so that you get on the board. But what do they got to win, Dan?
I'll add a shirt to the prize pack too.
Oh, look at that. So we got a Carbone Cartel.
Yep. For the big boys too. They said they wanted to give away the big boy clothes.
For the cakes.
And then we've got a sweat cloth.
Yep. The sweat rag. Yep.
We got a sticker from Carbone Cartel.
Right.
We got one from Miss Holly Dunn.
Miss Holly Dunn.
Taco
Rita.
We have a
Going Rogue, of course.
Got a couple of koozies from Free Up Storage. And a couple of pins from Free Up Storage.
All right. And now we have the Nic Long t-shirt to be added.
And yes.
Very cool.
I'll add a little prize. So whoever you pick as the winner, share me the contact, and I'll ship out a shirt of their size and a sticker pack. Maybe a number.
There you go. Thank you, Nic.
I love that. That is so awesome. All right, Dan, tell me when to go.
How about you let Nic tell you when to stop?
Nic, I guess. All right, I'm going to go. Nic, you tell me when to stop. Here we go. I'm going.
Stop.
Ooh. Mike Gagnon. Mike Gagnon is a winner. He gets all of the swag bag donated from Carbone Cartel and a t-shirt and sticker pack, right, from Nic Long. That is so cool. Well, we thank you so much for being our guest. We're going to do a quick shout out to our sponsors one more time.
I'm writing Mike's name down.
Yes, please write his name down because I don't want to forget. Mike, make sure if you are still on that you put in the, send us a message with your address. I will reach out to you otherwise, though.
So, I'm just going to go ahead and say thank you for being on the show. Appreciate you taking the time. You want to just turn it over to him and give a shout out to whoever you want?
Yeah. Do you want to give a shout out to anybody specific?
By listening to the interview, it's Dad.
It's Daddy.
I don't know. Shout out to all the people that make doing what I do a lot more fun than doing it without them. Friends, family, vet pro competitors. I look forward to getting back in the class. Not necessarily to win, but just to be back out there with you guys. I look forward to being successful in this recovery and bouncing back and hopefully being fast at Grands. So hopefully everybody shows up quick at Grands because I plan on being there.
Nice. And we are hoping to see you there because we are going to be in attendance.
Yes.
Yes, for sure. So yes, definitely. Thank you so much for joining us, Nic. It has been so much fun. You have so much awesome stories and things to talk about. And we tried to really kind of make it different from what maybe some of your other podcasts have been like. Hopefully it wasn't too much repetitive questions for you, but
No, that's
for those,
perfect.
good. For those who haven't seen it, you can check out his documentary on YouTube.
Mile marker 64.
Mile marker 64 for sure. Get your Huffy bike. Is there any promo codes for Huffy bikes right now?
You can use any of the rider codes and it'll save you 20%, $140 roughly. Yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that or not because dealers. Yeah, as far as Huffy.com, you can use any of the rider codes and save yourself 20% on any products there.
Nice. That's awesome. Super cool. All right. Quick shout out to our sponsors. Percent off BMX 15.
Carbon Cartel.
Yep. Rogue 15 gets you 15% off.
8 Degree Pedals.
8 Degree Pedals. Rogue 10 gets you 10% off.
Amy Grips.
Amy Grips. They're just here for the show. Love them. They give us swag stuff.
And Evil Alloy.
Evil Alloy. 10% off of $50 or more. Free shipping after $150. Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all.
All right. Thank you so much, Nic. We appreciate you so much.
Thank
and
you very much for taking your time out for us.
Yeah.
Everybody out here. And what you do.
Justin did chime in quick and said, "You tear down that fire pit yet?"
Not yet. I got to go redeem myself after Grands. I only halfway got over the first jump. I had another kicker after that. I never got to.
Are you going to video that?
I tried videoing the first time, and I saw how that.
Hit the button.
Oh, hit the button. I got to find the button. I forget about this button. Where is the dang button?
Fire
All right,
pit's
Dan,
still
hit
there,
the
though.
button.
I'll have to get it. Maybe
There we go.
I'll have Mom stay there though, so she can drive me to the hospital next time.
There you go. At least you didn't have any pain, though. We look forward to seeing you back out there, though. That's awesome.
Just don't and say you did.
Right? I bet AI could create the video and make it look like you did it. I bet we could do that.
You're getting older and you got that baby girl, man.
Well, don't fall in the fire. That's my only
Right.
advice. Just don't fall in the fire.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right,
Yeah.
y'all. Good night. Nic, if you just kind of hold on just a minute so we could let it process. But everyone else, we will see y'all
I do
later.
want to say something.
Okay.
Thank you, Beer Budget.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, NWA, Northwest Arkansas BMX Podcast. And
Right.
thank you for all things BMX, promoting us like y'all do and becoming friends. And I love the sick chats we're in.
I'm so glad I'm not.
It
part
makes
of
me
their
feel so
thing.
much younger with y'all, but y'all are weird.
Podcasters are weird. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying it. All right, y'all. Good night.
Thank you. See you guys.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you.